Good morning, 8th grade. Since we don't have regular classes tomorrow, we're going to do our constructive response writing today. And it should be pretty familiar because we're still working on a narrative. So our directions are read the following prompts and choose one of the prompts. We're going to put a box around the option that you're going to write about. So once you figure out which of these three options you want to do, put a box around it. Option 1. In reindeer games, Reardon plays an epic basketball game against Welpenham. Think about the setting, imagery, and dialogue Alexi uses. Rewrite this scene from Roger or Rowdy's perspective. So you're just rewriting that basketball game, that first one, where Junior gets hit with the quarter and they're all chanting, but you're going to rewrite it from either Roger's point of view or Rowdy's. Option 2. In Red versus White, Junior learns about the death of his grandmother. Think about the setting and events the author uses to develop this scene. Rewrite the scene from the grandmother's perspective. Where was she going? How did she feel? And how does the scene end? So you want to keep in mind the details that Junior already knows. So we know that she was walking, that she gets hit by a drunk driver, and we also know that her last words were forgive him. So you want to think about how those are going to tie in when you're writing from the grandmother's point of view. The final option is a little more open. You want to choose any significant scene from either chapter above and rewrite it from a different character's point of view. Be sure to take into account setting, dialogue, and events surrounding the scene. So in either Red versus White or Reindeer games, you can pick any part of those scenes and rewrite it from another character's point of view. Here's our brainstorm for today. First, you need to reread the scene that you've chosen, and we're going to provide that text for you so you can pick either Reindeer games or Red versus White and reread it with the character that you're going to write from in mind. What you want to do here is write the name of the character, whether that's grandmother, whether that's Rowdy, Roger, or a different character. And then just tell me which scene you're writing. If it's one of the first two, write option 1 or write option 2. If it's the third, give me some specifics about which part of the scene you're going to write. Then just a quick jot of what are the main events that happen in this scene that you're going to include. What happens first, next, and then last. Then write in a couple words, 1, 2, maybe even 3 words that are going to describe your character's tone. If you're grandmother, what is her tone while she's walking versus her tone when she gets hit? If you're Rowdy, how is he feeling during the game? What tone is his writing going to take? And then finally, some thoughts, feelings, and opinions of your character. So not just that overall tone, but what are they thinking? What are they feeling? What opinion do they have? Is Rowdy excited about playing against Junior? Is he upset? How is he thinking? What is he feeling? Once you've done this brainstorm, you can actually just get started writing. And as you know, when we write from a character's point of view, you're using I, me, my, and describing that character's feelings. Think about what we've been doing in literacy, what we've practiced in ELA, to make sure you're stretching out those scenes. So it's not just first, then, finally, but really getting into the character's head. We see this story from Junior's perspective, and he's very funny. That's not going to be the case with every character that you write about. So you want to think about who is this character, how can you embody them, and write from their point of view. If you have any questions, raise your hand. You can either write on the lines, or you can open up a Google Doc, share it with your teacher, and type. Good luck.